Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ashilah Putri. My student number is 193200064. And now I would like to tell you about character. The definition of characters. Characters, to begin with, are fictitious creations, and thus the dramatists and the novelists may be judged concerning their ability in the art of characterizations. So, characters can be defined as someone in a literary work with an identity made up of appearance, conversation, action, name, and thought in the head. And as we know, all characterizations must be present through dialogues. Characters speak about each other, and characters speak about themselves, particularly, of course, about their central emotions such as love and hate. And the combination of speeches and actions throughout a play, the small sights and jokes, the short angry speeches, the lengthy diatribe, and add up to produce in our mind an understanding of the characters in a drama.
So, my name is Charline Ansori with student ID 193200067. So, I will explain about motivation. In every place, every character have a motive behind their actions. So, as an audience, we have our own right and will to analyze character motivations. For example, in the first is in Death of Salesman, Willy Loman is motivated by his own failure and his desire for his sons to be successful. This can be categorized as fear of failure. And the next is this is my own example. In her movie, Theodore, the main character bought a new operating system that could feel human emotions such as feeling of love, sad, anger, and many more. And because Theodore is heartbroken because of his marriage ended, he found love in this artificial intelligence that he bought so he could feel love and not lonely. And this can be categorized as love. Next is most plays have central motive, and this motive is usually relatable for the audience because this is based on human emotions such as hope for reward, love, fear of failure, religious feelings, revenge, greed, and jealousy. And these motivations will be discussed by my groupmate by Syafa, Lala, Icha, and Idan. So yeah, thank you.
My name is Syafa Tasya A, and my student ID number is 193200024. In this occasion, I will tell you about hope for reward and love character. First is hope for reward. Hope for reward is a major character that desires to bring happiness and prosperity to himself or to those whom he loves. The actions are planned to hasten the advent of prosperity, and the character does virtually nothing except work toward this end. This is reflected, for example, in the character of Walter Lee in Hansberry Rising in the Sun. Here, Walter Lee is willing to do anything, such as risking his father's insurance money in a liquor store, as he really wants to bring prosperity and wealth to his family. Next is love characters. Love character is basically a particular extension of the hope for reward. Love is a character is motivated to certain action because of the love which he has, the love which he wants, or the love which someone has for him. Do not exclude again as an extension of the hope for reward. This is well described, for example, in Addison's Ghost. Here, Mr. Irving, the mother, sacrificed herself to be away of her beloved son in order to give a better life for him. So the difference between hope for reward and love is That hope for rewards wish to please someone in order to accept something in return, but love does something pure because he loves that person. Thank you, that's all from me.
Hello, my name is Alisha Anjarningsih, and now I will explain about fear of failure. An invention of the hope for reward. A character works in a certain fashion because he fears that he will be crushed if he does not. Everything he does is designed to stall or prevent the advent of misery, failure, or literal of spiritual poverty. Sometimes such a motive becomes in effect that fear that someone else will fail. This may also be related to being a perfectionist, because perfectionists have such high expectation for how they expect things to turn out. They may experience a nagging fear that they won't live up to those often unrealistically high standards. Furthermore, sometimes the fear of failure becomes the fear of punishment. A character acts in a certain way because he has been threatened with death or torture if he does not do as he has been told.
Hi, my name is Khafidaturrafi'ah, and now I would like to explain about religious feeling and revenge. The first one is religious feeling. Friedrich Schleiermacher defines religion to be the sense of absolute dependence on God. The character who have religious feeling is a character who is motivated by religious faith. And I will give you an example of character who motivated by religious faith so we can easily understand. He is the fatherhead in the drama The Deserter by Norman Bain. In that drama, he told the soldier that all killing is wrong. He said there was no excuse for killing anybody. Murder is murder, no matter what reason you had, and it was a mortal sin. He said that because as he knew is his religion, murder is totally wrong. He did that because motivated by his religion faith. So we know that is religious feeling. And also, religious feeling is when the character acts out of deep feeling and conviction that he is acting as God so directs, and his motivation is diminished to the extent that he acts as he thinks he is supposed to act. And the next is revenge. We find both major and minor characters motivated by desire to avenge the death of loved friend, family, or relative. The example of character who motivated by desire to avenge is Claremont in the drama The Revenge of Basie the Amboys by Georgia Chapman. In the drama, Claremont has vowed to avenge the murder of his brother Basie, so he killed the murderer, then after that he killed himself. And the character who motivated it by desire to avenge usually is willing to lose his own life, if necessary, as long as he able to murder someone who has wronged him, like what Claremont did in the drama.
Now for the greed. This is a particular kind of motivation in the category of hope for reward, which becomes an outstanding motive in its own right in many places. Greed inspires people to push for better social and economic outcomes than they have, like altruism is a better force for creating positive change, but it takes time to develop it. John's Falcon and Shakespeare's The Merchants of Venice afford good examples of dramas in which greed operates as a central motive.
And the last is jealousy, a final corollary kind of motive, in this case connecting to both love and the fear of failure. Jealousy operates as one of the most particular and strongest motive in all drama. Jealousy is effective when it helps a character realize what they really want and how badly they want it. This emotion does not have to be central to the plot of your story. It can be understood and supported by anger to fear. Shakespeare's Othello is perhaps the most frequently cited example of a play in which the central character is motivated by action by way of his jealousy. Jealousy, sometimes simply defined as human envy, other times as overwhelming bitter-hearted, is operative in most human relationships, and thus it is not surprising to find it receiving such as attention in the place of most of the world's famous dramatists from Lear to Ibsen, from Shaw to Yeats.